Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a killer two-wheeler to check out, the 2026 Suzuki Raider R150 FI, a lightning-quick underbone that blends sport bike energy with commuter practicality. Before we dive into everything from looks to specs, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our future reviews. Alright, let's roll. When I first saw the Raider R150 FI, the thing that stood out was how aggressive it looked for a 150 class bike. The front end is sharp, the bodywork is tight, the stance is low and lean. It doesn't act like it's just meant for city cruising, a proper underbone with attitude. You'll notice the large front disc brake, the 17-inch wheels front and back, the exposed engine styling, and the short tail section that gives it a sporty flair. Suzuki clearly wants you to feel like you're riding something much bigger and more performance-oriented than your average commuter bike. One of the biggest highlights is the engine. It's a 147.3cc liquid-cooled, single-cylinder yoke with 4 valves, and it's fuel-injected. According to Suzuki's specs, it can produce around 13.6 kW, roughly 18.2 horsepower depending on region, at 10,000 RPM and about 13.8 Nm of torque at 8,500 RPM. That's impressive punch for a bike in this category, and it shows when you hit the throttle. It's quick off the line, eager to rev, and the 6-speed transmission gives you enough flexibility to exploit that power. The feel of the gearbox is crisp, and the clutch engagement is sharp, which adds to the sporty character. What really surprised me is how well it handles for something so compact. The chassis remains lightweight at around 109 kg curb weight depending on region. The wheelbase is around 1280 min. Suspension consists of telescopic forks up front and a swing arm monoshock setup at the rear, tuned to be firm yet manageable. The braking setup is serious. Disc brakes front and rear. Yes, a rear disc too, which gives real confidence when stopping hard. The rider gets connected, the bike feels agile, and cornering is surprisingly fun for the form factor. In the city, the Raider R150 FI is a blast. You can weave through traffic with ease, thanks to the nimble frame and responsive throttle. So, it's not just about top speed, it's about being alive and engaged. The 17-inch wheels mean it deals with rough street surfaces, potholes, and whatever urban chaos you ride through without feeling fragile. The seat height is around 765, making it accessible for a good range of riders. For short city stints, it's comfortable. For longer rides, you might want to consider a bit more padding or leverage accessories, but it's more capable than expected. Fuel economy is also quite solid. Suzuki quotes roughly 50 kml in testing conditions based on WHC for some markets, which is excellent. With a small 4-liter tank, it won't take you super far before refill, but for urban darts and daily use, it's efficient and fun at the same time. On the tech and features front, Suzuki doesn't load this down with every gadget under the sun, but what it gives you feels premium for the class. You get a full digital instrument cluster in many markets with tachometer, gear indicator, fuel gauge, etc. Tubeless tires, LED lighting in some regions, and a modern styling package. The finish quality is better than what you'd expect from older commuter bikes. That said, it still retains the simplicity and accessibility that make it practical. Moving inside the ride experience, ergonomics are sporty but usable. The handlebars are slightly lower, foot pegs slightly rear set compared to typical commuter bikes. That gives it a more planted ride feel and encourages a more aggressive seating posture without making it uncomfortable for daily runs. The engine tone isn't too loud, but when you open the throttle, you'll hear that energetic rev-happy sound that reminds you this is no turtle bike. The suspension can be a bit firm when you hit big bumps at speed, but that's fine given the sporty intent. For normal roads, you're comfortable. On very long rides, you might feel a bit of seat fatigue, but again, this bike isn't about cross-country luxury, it's about engagement and fun. Let's go over the core specifications quickly so you have a clear picture. Engine, 147.3cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder yoke 4-valve. Fuel injection, max power. 18.2 HP, varies by market, max torque. 13. 8 Nm at 8,500 RPM transmission. 6-speed manual seat height, 765 men weight, curb, 109 kg fuel tank capacity. 4. 0 liters wheel tire setup, 17-inch wheels, front 70-90-17, rear 80-90-17 fuel consumption. Up to 50 kml in ideal conditions in terms of practicality. Yes, it's got a smaller tank, and it's not as plush as a large commuter or touring machine, but for what it is, stylish, sporty underbone optimized for daily use with performance chops, it nails the brief. The maintenance costs are low, spare parts are decent, depending on region, and you're riding something with real character. What stands out to me most is how Suzuki built a bike that doesn't compromise either fun or functionality. In many 150cc bikes you get either economy commuter or a sporty, but expensive to maintain. The Raider R150 FI blends both. You get sporty lines, a proper 6-speed gearbox, disc brakes all around, good power, low weight, and decent running costs. If you're in a market where underbone bikes are popular, or if you just want an aggressive bike that's still practical for everyday use, this is a very smart pick. So who is this bike for? If you're someone who wants a bit more from your daily ride, maybe you commute, maybe you hit the occasional twisty road, and maybe you just want something that stands out in traffic, the Raider R150 FI suits you. If you're after touring vibes, long highway comfort, or pillion luxury, maybe consider other options. But if your ride is mostly city, short suburbs, or frequent fun bursts, this belongs in the garage. And now the part many of you ask for, expected price. In the Philippines market, the published SRP for recent version is $121,900. Converting roughly, that's around US $2,100, $2,200 depending on exchange rate and local duties. Markets vary, and 2026 arrival will likely keep that ballpark in similar Southeast Asian markets. So there you have it, the 2026 Suzuki Raider R150 FI. A real underbone that punches above its weight, combining sporty performance, daily usability, and head-turning styling. Let me know in the comments. Would you ride one? Or do you prefer something bigger? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon so you never miss our next deep dive review. Catch you in the next one.